Hello. Hello there. Welcome. We are going to jump into the first mission of the Gamma storyline and try to get that done. Not exactly sure on how long this is going to take, but we will see. I don't remember how much actual talking is in this one. Close down a lot of the stuff I had open. And as we do get started in here, if you do like what you see, hit that like button. If you like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again, or if I post a video. Indeed. Take us to the station.
Please, we're low on fuel and supplies. We need help, badly.
Come on. The High Council has announced several challenges to the Empire, worthy of a warrior such as yourself. Would you like
This
to
is Station
review
Control.
them?
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. Your docking clearance has been authorized. Several of our docking facilities were damaged in the recent conflict. Please proceed to the provided coordinates. Also, Captain Nog is waiting to meet with you on the promenade at your earliest convenience. Enjoy your stay here at the station.
One to beam over. Sorry. 5 to beam over.
Hello. Nice to be working with you again. I've been assigned to assist you here on the station. The leaders of the 4 major delegations have asked to meet with you prior to the summit meeting. Their offices are located here on the promenade.
Very well, Captain.
Admiral Quinn's office is behind those doors.
Admiral Quinn.
The results of this summit could have long-lasting effects. A number of our allies, particularly the Klingons, consider the Herc to be a Dominion problem. The Federation sees this as a chance to improve relations with the Dominion. Having allies in the Gamma Quadrant instead of enemies would be a great step toward galactic peace.
Understood.
Ambassador Odo is here, coordinating security efforts.
Ambassador Odo.
I'll be blunt. The Herc have decimated most of the Dominion. All but one fleet gone. It's all the Jem'Hadar can do to keep our remaining worlds from being laid waste. There is no diplomacy with the Herc. We don't know why they're attacking. We're not even sure where they're coming from. I'm sure there are those in the Alliance who would be content to let the Herc destroy us. But where do you think they'll turn once they're finished?
Good question, Ambassador.
Chancellor Jempok has an office here.
Chancellor Jempok.
This summit may not end well. Most of the High Council sees the Herc as a Dominion problem. They are content to let them fight to the end and deal with any survivors. But there are others, such as Martok, who see that position as dishonorable. If they want to fight the war of their ancestors, so be it. But they will be doing so without the Empire. The same could be said for your Federation, should they choose to aid the Dominion.
Understood, Chancellor.
Here is Proconsul Deton's office.
Proconsul Deton.
This summit may be difficult. While your people will see a path toward peace, I suspect the Klingons will feel the opposite. There is no love lost between them and the Dominion, or the Hurk for that matter. The Republic position is one of pragmatism. A weakened Dominion will be easier to deal with, and the Hurk are a threat no one can ignore.
Understood, Proconsul.
There are several Alpha Quadrant leaders here for the summit. Kai Kira of Bajor, Counselor Garrick of Cardassia, and my father, Ferengi Grand Nagus Rom. I recommend meeting with them as well. Their worlds will be on the front line if the Hurk launch a full invasion into this quadrant.
Very well, Captain.
It looks like Counselor Garrick is in his old tailor shop. Huh.
Hello there. I take it you're not here to update your ensemble, though if you'd like a few suggestions, I'd be happy to provide some. In the meantime, let's talk about serious business, shall we? I'm sure you'd like to know Cardassia's position on the Hurk problem. It's simple, really. They're a menace, and one we should deal with swiftly. Surprised? Don't be. Cardassia was recently attacked by the Hurk. We'd have fared poorly without help from our neighbors. Even the Lucari and the Ferengi offered a hand. I trust this lesson isn't lost on you. If we stand alone, we're doomed.
This used to be your store?
Once upon a time, when I was but a tailor. That was before plain, simple Garrick became a member of the Detapa Council, of course. Before the Reconstruction and the Iconian War and the Hurk. While I'm proud of the work I've done for Cardassia over the years, there's a part of me that yearns to be here once more. To be just a tailor, just Garrick.
We go where we're needed.
Will there be anything else?
Nothing at the moment.
My father is in my uncle's bar. Hard to believe he used to work there, huh?
Nagus Rom.
I was wondering when you'd come along. I'm guessing you're here to talk about the Hurk and what we want to do about them. It's no secret that the Ferengi aren't a military powerhouse like the Klingons. Most of the time, we'd be happy to make a tidy profit from all of this, and as far away from it as possible. That changed when the Hurk attacked Ferenginar. We would have been wiped out without help. And we didn't get it from Starfleet or the Klingons. We got it from the Lucari and the Cardassians. Even a few not cool ships showed up to fight. That showed us that this is everyone's fight, big or small. So we're in. And if the 34th rule of acquisition comes into play, well...
How did you convince your people to join?
It wasn't easy, believe me. I've managed to get the Board of Liquidators with us, for now. Most of them see the potential for incredible profit. Alliance defense contracts can be very lucrative. The rest, well, let's just say their self-preservation instincts are strong. They'd rather fight with the Alliance than stand alone. The Hurk have me thinking about adding a new rule of acquisition. If they can't be bought, get ready to fight!
That seems appropriate when the Hurk are concerned.
Did you have another question?
Not at the moment, no.
I believe the Kai is here, in the Bajoran Temple.
Kai Kira?
Hello there. I suppose Admiral Quinn sent you down here to see where Bajor stands. I can tell you we're worried. The Hurk were a few ships away from ravaging our homeworld, and if the Dominion falls, they'll be back, and we'll be the first to face them, so Bajor stands ready. We'll do what we can to stop the Hurk, even if that means joining forces with the Dominion.
Tough call, but I understand it.
There's something else I should mention. I've experienced visions recently. A sign from the prophets. I see a place I've been before, a world beyond the grip of death. It's the home of a former Kai, and it's in the Dominion. I should also mention that I've seen you in this vision as well. I believe we're going to take a journey together soon.
What are your duties as Kai?
As Kai, I'm obligated to serve the will of the prophets. Doing so leads me to many places, not just Bajor. That can be difficult, especially in times of war. There's been a lot of that in the last few years. First the Dominion, then the Klingons, the Iconians, and now the Hurk. There are times when I wonder how Ben Sisko managed during the Dominion War, and he was the emissary. I've tried to follow his example whenever possible, but it's been a challenge.
No doubt.
Something else on your mind?
Not at the moment.
The Alliance has asked a number of special consultants to attend the summit. I know each of them well, and I can vouch for their knowledge and skill. Even my Uncle Quark. Despite his reputation, his knowledge of the Gamma Quadrant is valuable. Just don't mention Latinum in the discussion, or the value of his information could rise considerably.
Understood. Dr. Bashir?
Ah, Admiral Quinn's attaché. Nice to meet you. Dr. Julian Bashir, recently commissioned Starfleet officer at your service. We're doing what we can to get things in order after that business with the Zenkethi and the Hurk. The station took quite a beating, worse than I saw during the Dominion War. We're still treating casualties, and it looks like we'll be seeing more soon. A lot more. The situation is compounded by the presence of civilians, both local and from other systems, even the Dominion. We have a number of refugees from the Gamma Quadrant on the station, and more are on the way. Clearly, the sooner we can solve the Hurk dilemma, the better. We'll be beyond our capacity to help the refugees soon, as will Bajor.
Recently recommissioned? You left Starfleet?
I mustered out some time ago to start a private practice on Trill. Since then, I've worked on special projects for Starfleet from time to time as a consultant. Even managed to start a family. Needless to say, I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of putting the uniform on again. Still, it's very hard to say no to Kai Kira and Captain Dax. And so here I am, back on the front of an interstellar conflict. Here's hoping it's a brief one.
An ideal outcome, but unlikely?
Something on your mind?
Nothing now. Quark? You don't have one of those new, Quark, synthesizers.
Don't suppose you're here for a drink? Holosuite? Dabo? Can't blame me for trying to find profit while I can. My fool of a brother, the Nagus, seems hell-bent on getting the Ferengi into this mess. Not a lot of profit in fighting the Hurk, 34th rule or not. You can't spend your money when you're dead. If you ask me, we'd be better off sealing that wormhole and saying goodbye to the Hurk and the Dominion forever. I'd miss the Tulaberry wine, but I'd get over it. But seeing how that'll never happen, especially as long as Kira's still breathing, I suppose I'll have to dig in like everyone else. You know what the worst part of this mess is? Odo. He's back like a kind of ghost haunting me. I must be cursed.
I hear you on the moon now.
I do. And I'd be there, enjoying myself, if it weren't for the Grand Nagus. Brother or not, I wanted nothing to do with this until he put Lucari terraforming tech on the table. Couldn't pass that up. It'll cut biosphere renovation costs on my moon by 70%. Even with Odo here, and a billion Hurk trying to demolish everything in sight, there's profit in the wind. Might finally land that exclusive Tulaberry export contract I've been dreaming about for 40 years.
Assuming the Herc don't eat all the tula berries.
Can I get you something?
I'm fine for now. Lita?
Hello. Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this place. I can't believe Quark still has that hollow me in here. It's a little embarrassing, to be honest. I wish we were all here under better circumstances. Then again, DS9's always been a trouble magnet. I guess peace is a little too much to ask for around here. My husband is risking a lot of capital, political and otherwise, by choosing to get involved with all of this. Fortunately, he's the best Grand Nagus to come around in a long time. The best ever, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm pretty biased on that point. Look, if I were this mirror version of me I've been hearing so much about, I'd have a lot more tactical advice to offer. As it is, my advice to you is this. Take a look around. Think about all the civilians, the refugees, people who are depending on you to protect them. Think about the best way you can do that, if you can. That's what I'd do if I were in your shoes. Boots, whatever.
Mirror version?
Yeah, in that alternate universe where good people are evil and vice versa, turns out the evil version of me is an admiral there. Real piece of work. Wears lots of leather, carries a whip. Oh, and she's in command of the evil Enterprise. I found out about her from my husband's information gathering specialists. Never hurts to be well informed, right? Rule of acquisition number 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Or rule number 74. Knowledge equals profit.
Was there something else?
No, thank you.
There's a number of refugee groups here on the promenade.
It must be a surprise seeing Kremens here on a Federation station. Let that sink in for a minute. It's so bad in the Dominion that its citizens are looking for safe haven with their former enemies. We were the lucky ones. We got out early. I've heard rumors about a blockade, keeping the rest of us from leaving the homeworld. It might be true. I haven't seen any more Kremens arrive here for a while now. Oh, please. The Founders have forsaken us. Don't let the Alliance turn their backs on us, too.
We'll do what we can for you.
We're lucky to be alive, friend. There was little warning before the Herc attacked our homeworld. We sent a call to the Founders, but no Jem'Hadar ships came. Our local defense force didn't last long. A few of us managed to get away on ships before the Herc closed in. Word of the Bajorans and their faith reached us after the war ended. Their stories about one of their spiritual leaders. She came to the worst of us, on our prison moon, to bring the wisdom of the prophets. So, when the Herc came, we decided to come here, through the Celestial Temple, to seek deliverance. If the Founders won't listen to us, perhaps Kai Kira and the prophets will.
Kai will help you if she can.
Quinn here. The summit will begin soon. I'd like to go over what you've learned.
Here's my report.
Interesting. The Klingon and Romulan positions were somewhat predictable, but I'm surprised by the resilience of the Cardassians and Ferengi. I'm also concerned about the Gamma refugee issue. We'll need to work with the Bajorans to manage the situation here. We should get to the conference room. Report to me there when you arrive.
Yes, sir.
Well, everyone's here and no one started shooting. Could be worse. That was a joke. Take a moment to relax, speak with the others. Things will be serious soon enough.
Yes, sir. Captain Kamarki.
I'm glad you're here. I've been feeling conflicted lately. All the worlds we saved from the Zenkethi were also home to thousands of dormant Herc. By saving those planets, we also saved a great number of enemies. Those very enemies have since attacked a number of worlds, including my own.
We've also saved billions of lives, Captain.
You're right, of course. If only there'd been another way to resolve things. If the Zenkethi would have listened to reason. I suppose we should place our hope in working together to stop the Herc. I can't help but think there's a path to peaceful resolution in all of this. There's got to be some way to end this madness before more lives are lost.
Perhaps there is. Kira.
Hello again. I spoke with Odo about the vision we discussed. He's agreed to clear a mission to the old sector. Opaka, the former Kai I mentioned, lives there now.
Does this involve your visions?
I believe so, yes. The Kai has a condition that has prevented her from leaving until now. Odo has provided us with data that could lead to a cure. If there's a chance, I'm willing to take it. Her wisdom could help us all greatly. I realize this is a lot to take in, but I hope I can count on your help when the time comes.
You have it, Eminence. Weiyun?
Greetings. It is agreeable to see you, especially outside the confines of Facility 4028. I'm glad we had a moment to talk before the summit begins. I trust you relayed everything you learned from us to your superiors. If I may be so bold, I hope that you conveyed a need for cooperation with the Founders as well. At least in matters regarding the Herc, if not in all things.
Of course. General Martok?
Jempak is more of a political creature than he was. Well, when we were both a lot younger. He's not willing to face the truth. There are Klingons who fear the Herc, hiding behind politics and rules. Grethar waits for their worthless souls. Know this. There are still Klingons who know where their blades belong. We will not dishonor our ancestors and ignore the Herc. We will fight them to our dying breath.
You won't be alone, General.
If I can have everyone's attention, thank you. Let's begin the summit. We have a lot to discuss. Thank you all for coming. By now, you should be aware of our tactical situation. The Dominion, as you know it, is on the verge of collapse. We've withdrawn to our core systems, and the lines are holding, for now. Without your help, the Herc will win the war of attrition.
What about your outer systems? We're receiving refugees here, from those areas.
We have one fleet left, Admiral. That's hardly enough to defend the entire Dominion.
I'm failing to see how this concerns the Empire.
The recent battle here is a sample of what the Herc can do.
If you think they'll stop at the wormhole, you're sadly mistaken.
Need I remind you that the Dominion came to your aid in the Iconian War? I seem to recall Klingons placing high value on debts of honor, or has that changed?
Mind your tongue, changeling! I will not be insulted!
Admiral Quinn to Ops. What's happening?
We're under attack, Admiral. It's the Herc! Reading Herc boarding parties! Multiple decks! They've concentrated in the damaged pylon. Ore processing area.
I need you to get to that damaged pylon section and lock it down before the Herc trigger an explosion that could wreck the station.
I'm on it, Admiral. this is one of the most buggy missions. I don't carry that pistol. Yeah, this is going to be a perfect example
Bad
of why.
news. The hangar security shield is on the verge of collapse. If it drops, you'll get pulled out into space, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. You need to stabilize the power relays and recalibrate the shields. There are consoles near your position you can use to do this.
Acknowledge, Captain. This is one of those perfect missions where AoE damage is going to be very useful. So the main bug with this mission is that the bridge officers have a hard time going across the bridges.
Nice work, but it's not over yet. The Herc have moved into the ore processing area above your position. There's a lot of unstable uridium ore in there. If they damage it, it could ignite and set off a chain reaction that could destroy the pylon. You'll need to make your way up there to secure the area and restart the safety systems there.
Understood.
Looks like the access system in this section was reset. You'll need to rotate the central column and extend the bridges in order to reach the next section.
Very well. See, I got stuck on the bridge. This is so nasty. Ever since giving Tarsi the chains of Grethor,
Okay, you're almost in the clear. The safety systems for the area are currently offline. You'll need to restore power to that section and reinitialize the safety systems to get everything back online.
acknowledged.
All right, the safety systems are reinitializing. They should be up and running in a few minutes. Nice work. Hold on. I'm picking up multiple Herc life signs in your area. They're converging on your position. I need you to defend that section from the Herc until the system comes online again. If they get in before that happens, they could knock it offline again, or worse.
Understood. Timer for some abilities I need to do. Set up some timers for myself to remind me of to do the reputation and the event stuff. Just my reminders that don't bother me, guys, when I picked up my trash. Alright, Yasmin, as you were saying. Very good. Five to beam out, ready shields and weapons.
The Herc are attacking the station and several civilian vessels in the system. I've sent ships to assist them, but I'm concerned our forces are spread too thin. I'd like you to work with those ships to protect the civilians while the rest of us defend the station. First, Dukan Rex will accompany you as a combat escort.
We'll keep them safe, Ambassador.
Starfleet vessels, this is Quinn. Protect civilian targets.
Casual time combat. says a timer. Well, I just got a box. What was that?
Nice work. But I'm afraid there's bad news. We're picking up Herc vessels and they're heading our way. The station's weapon systems are offline. We need a few minutes to get them up and running. Until then, we're a sitting duck over here. I've asked every ship in the sector to regroup and prepare for battle. Let's hope it's enough.
We'll do what we can, Captain.
Concentrate fire on their capital ships.
Chief, I need those systems online.
Also, during this portion of it, just fly off to the center of the map and wait for the timer to click off.
Don't let the frigate swarms get behind you.
Yes. I'm going to be clearing out my trash after this. That's a lot of junk. I should easily get...
In the meantime...
Let's go ahead and clear up this trash first before we talk to Odo. Because I think there is more combat coming. If I remember right. Looks like I picked up all my trash.
That was the last of them. We're not picking up any Herc ships on long-range sensors. For now, at least. I think it's clear that the Dominion is prepared to work with you to stop the enemy. I hope the Federation is ready to do the same.
Agreed.
In the meantime, our fleet will do what it can to keep the Herc on our side of the wormhole. Tell Admiral Quinn not to wait too long to make a decision. This will reach the Federation faster than anyone would like, believe me.
Understood, Ambassador. Engage.
The Herc threat is real, and we can't afford to let it expand throughout the galaxy. There will be resistance to getting involved, but I believe we have no choice. The Federation must render aid to the Dominion if we're to have any chance of stopping the Herc onslaught. In the meantime, Kai Kira of Bajor has requested a mission to the Innis system, and Ambassador Odo has authorized it. The Kai has asked for our assistance on this, and she asked for you by name. Whatever she needs, make it so.
So the reason why I don't do this one very much. I don't really need any of these. Let's do beams. Sure. Alright. Let us do other stuff. Alright. So, I am going to go AFK here for a moment, and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. And getting pretty close to finishing out the level 15 on my last two here. These I will be pushing up to 20. If you're ever doing your R&D, you don't really need to hit 20. 15 is basically good enough. You really don't get any benefits for hitting level 20, except for the fact that the things get easier to complete at very rares. All right. So we're there. We're actually going to change out. Log out of this character. And I already made a plan here. We're going to go to Boom here. Which I believe I've streamed with this character before. I think I remember streaming with this character. Don't need him there. This is getting nice. And I'm doing this on this character so that I can get the deal on this character. And rough. People are curious on how to do this. Using the rolls to stop your sliding is the best way to do it. Especially useful when you got to do a 180 turn on the hairpins. And you won't get nailed for hitting him short. Like if you go in inside of him like that. I think you only get nailed for going off of the actual map if you get very far off of the track. And I probably would have did a something on this a lot earlier, but there's like a lot of videos on how to do this. That's how I learned how to do it last year. Matter of fact, the first couple times I did this, I did nothing but stress out, and it was quite hilarious. Alright, turn that in, and then I can do this. I should, yeah, that was about 7,000 that it turned in. Alright. So, and then let me put this here for a quick. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know how. It is going to respond to see if it's going to allow me to do this. I don't think it's going to let me do this. So if I have wait for program to respond. Nope. Well, you're just going to have to trust me that I'm doing something on this other side. I opened up another game, and it's under game capture, and because it's already got that game captured, it's locked onto it. So some of the interesting things that I do on my own time, which is stuff like this. Hey, I might be able to pass somebody up. Let's see if I can. It was hilarious when they allowed the cat. I used to pass somebody up on this ice race all the time. Matter of fact, I did one ice race. I passed up 2 people. And it was quite funny. And it's probably the reason why it ended up getting nerfed. Actually, I don't think I'm going to catch up with the next person. I don't... Oh, I see their tail. I might be able to pass up their tail. And does it despawn? Because we're getting pretty close to the end here. Before I pass them up. I think it just despawned. Yay, nailed it. Well, turn this in. And hopefully, so if I did this tomorrow, I could do it at 12:30. If I do it the day before, it'd be at 8:30, which should be before they reset the servers, unless they do them. No, that shit. The earliest I've seen them reset the servers was at 9 a.m. So I think I might still be safe. 9 a.m. my time. Close out of that account. Yep, we'll exit out. Alright, we are back to here. Now, the other stuff I need to do. So this is the primary way there right now that I am making dill. Yeah, I completed those. So I leveled up these recruits. I actually had them on my account just sitting there for a while, and then I leveled them up recently.
Q's friendly customer
Is
service.
good for business.
And then we shall go here. So you don't get like a massive amount of dill. So over, I did the math, over 40 or over the 50 days it takes you to complete all of your reputation, you get like somewhere near 500 or not, excuse me, 200,000. It's like 210. It can get up to 250 over 50 days, which is not a lot, but it is more than what you normally would. And then
in the wind.
if you do it over multiple characters, there's some more hacky ways of doing dill, which I will not discuss here because I don't want to encourage people to do it. But there are videos on how to do it, or what is done, not exactly on how to do it, on other Star Trek Online channels. But this is the way I build up my deal. And we will go to... number 5. And right now, I still have these just kind of just setting here as my characters. Because my deal exchange is actually full. And so I think what's going to happen, I am going to eventually need to delete some of these characters that I have finished, which I actually have 4 right now finished, and I think I'll have 1 more. So I'll have 5 that's finished by the end of the event, and then I'll probably just condense these all to 1. I don't need any of this, the Zen anytime soon. I'm actually saving for the 10th anniversary. And I believe if history says anything on the 10th anniversary, the summertime there should be a 40% sale on the... Oops.
Cues friendly.
I need credits. If I am able to get enough credits before the summertime, and it's not cheap. It's like, even though people did assess it, I want to get the top bundle because there's a lot of stuff on that I want. But if I'm able to get that before the summertime, the 2,700, so I'm halfway there.
I have winter items for a bargain.
Then I should be able to get the discounted version of the 10th anniversary. Hopefully, that's the hope. And I don't know for sure if they're going to have a 40% off, but we shall see. By the way, and I can show you on the next character. If you don't want to do that, you want to go to Temporal 6. If you
Cues friendly.
So if you hold control while doing these, I'll show just a moment here, you can actually kind of just speed your way through it. That's why when I'm clicking through this, it's going pretty fast. So if you hold control and click select and then fill all, it just automatically does it. Otherwise, it pops up a box asking you, are you sure you want to do that?
Peace is good for business.
I get that one. I did. I have before gone through here and went through so fast, came back the next day and realized I didn't do one of them. So it means that that one is always a day behind. Let's just make sure. I'm just gonna wait for them to finish out. And now marks are one of the reasons why you want to do recruits. And
is a genius.
From what they've said so far, recruits should be coming back next year. I guess we'll find out if Klingon Recruit comes out soon. If the Klingon Recruit comes out soon, then that'd be pretty surefire answer that they're going to bring back recruits this year. But always do your recruits. You get so much stuff for doing recruits that it's
Don't you want
ridiculous.
an Eppo friend?
And marks are the main thing you get for doing recruits. I don't want to do him. I need to do this one. And once you actually start getting through this, there's lots of stuff that you get. Like, you're going to collect up some fleet credits.
Man can hear profit in the wind.
That's just bound to happen. And
Who's friendly?
those fleet credits you can use to turn into duty officers. And the duty officers you can change or sell on the exchange. Which is a good way to get EC. So there's a lot of things you can actually do with like a character like this just by grinding through. Did I hit? I did. I'm tier 4.
Peace is good for business.
This one tends not to be. You're not able to actually fast check it. Except for that last one, because it still has way too many pop-ups on the tier upgrades. And this is the type of stuff you don't normally see me do on a stream. It's because it's very monotonous. But I was kind of hoping just to get it done pretty quick. And show some of the things you can do when you're playing the game. Alright. Look these.
A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
This means I'm pretty close to getting to tier 5. Now, this is a Delta recruit, and this doesn't have any reputation bonuses that I remember. I can double check. No. Delta does not have reputation bonuses. But still do it anyway. Now, Gamma recruits and Temporal recruits, they have an extensive reputation.
Have winter items for a bargain.
In their the responders, and both of them give you free experimental upgrades when you complete tier 6 within it. Let's see. Move these down out of the way. Will be the last tier that I'm gonna have to worry about with this. Oh no! You're so going to be blocked. Hide this this user from the channel. Report this user. Pornography. Report this user. Pornography. Report this user. Pornography. Thank you for playing, though. Man, I don't want you on my channel. I don't know why you guys keep on coming in here. I don't know if it's one person who's got this bot running or multiple people. But, yeah. Go away. You know, the funny thing too is this person, this bot does this on a channel that has no viewers. So they must be targeting it at me. Some people.
Peace is good for business.
Alright, so I finished up that one. We're going to Delta 3.
Queues friendly.
Oops, that's not the bank I wanted to go to.
Queues friendly. A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
It's kind of funny too. I haven't seen a bot for probably about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks now. They had been leaving me alone there for a while.
Q is a genius. And so handsome.
Where I'm assuming the same bot, one that I've already blocked on the channel, comes in and tries to post something again. That one. Go to Delta 4, and we are done. Just, yeah. Maxed out that tier on all of these. Now, besides for getting dill just by doing these, the other reason to do your reputation is that there's a lot of things that you get. You can purchase armor and weapons and other stuff. Though, don't purchase anything in the reputation unless you get one of these reputation vouchers. It's because when you hit tier 5, you're going to get the a whole bunch of reputation vouchers. Anyway, I believe these reputation vouchers are either from the count unlocks from the recruits, or it may just be the Delta recruit, because the Delta recruit also just gives you random reputation vouchers. But yeah, don't spend your actual deal on rep
A wise
items
man can hear profit in the wind.
unless you've already spent all your reputation from hitting tier 5 in your reps.
You is a genius. So handsome.
This, the Epo lady and the Ferengi here. There's a reason why I normally have I start my streams with my volume off.
Cues friendly.
Well, won't be as bad after this. I don't mind, oops, I need to add World War Zero to that. I don't mind Earth Space Dock ambient sounds because they're kind of funny. It's like the programmers knew that people jump into the pools of water because they have messages about not dancing in the water pools on the ambient noises.
I have winter items for a bargain.
Alright. That is done. And now we can change out of this. And we can head back and do some more missions.
I need your help with a very sensitive mission. A former Kai, Opaka, was trapped on a prison moon in the Gamma Quadrant in 2369. Alien nanotech in her system prevents her from leaving the moon, but it also sustains her life indefinitely while on the surface. It seems the wardens of the prison were planning on curing and granting amnesty to the prisoners until their planet was decimated by the Herc. Somehow, the Dominion managed to obtain the cure, and they've provided it to us as a peace offering. The moon hasn't been hit by the Herc, but it's only a matter of time. We need to cure Opaka and the others and get them out of there before that happens.
More stuff that really doesn't matter, and more Trussell White. Don't know why that's hard for me to say.
Something else on your mind?
Alright. Us. Head off. Alright, I'll take this moment to say, welcome viewer. If you do like what you see, feel free to give me a like. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Where is the actual planet? Oh, there it is. I'm actually going to complete... Wow, I have so many, let's see, that can be salvaged. Quality. Salvage. Just trying to complete the gain salvage. And none of this is important for me to. Apparently, I can't salvage that. Important enough for me to keep. Except for them. Got to put those in the bank. have so many of these? Did I have that much food on my inventory from the last mission? Salvage. We're gonna just put this over here. Put that right there. Salvage. And I did have a lot of food on me. Holy cow. Salvage. So generally when it comes to salvage, there's a point when you don't need more salvage. It just... So I think... let's see, my salvage here. I'm at 40,000. I suppose if I got a large amount of stuff that I needed to re-roll, I guess I would need a lot more salvage, but that is a blue, which may make it worthy of selling. That one, though, no. Nobody buys cannons at full price anymore. How close am I? Salvage. This should do it. Perfect. The last one is to destroy Tholian ships, which is pretty easy. Can be done in the Archer system. I'm just moving this stuff down. Say, yeah. I don't think anybody's going to buy that, but we'll go ahead and put that on the exchange later on. We'll set this, and we'll start Armistice.
Good, we've arrived. I suggest scanning the prison moon and its satellite network. They might have fixed the design flaw we exploited here years ago to bypass their defenses.
This should be interesting.
Those satellites could cripple a Starfleet runabout with one shot back then. I'd rather not find out how powerful they are now, if you don't mind.
Agreed. Take us to scanning range.
Looks like the satellite weapon and defense systems were updated to deal with modern vessels, but they still have the same flaw that Mars O'Brien took advantage of years ago.
Interesting. Tell me more.
You should be able to distract the satellites by firing probes near their position. Distract enough of them, and you'll clear an area long enough to safely beam down an away team.
Acknowledged.
Picking up some debris clouds from Herc ships in orbit.
It's possible some Herc bypassed the satellites. We should be ready.
Looks like O'Brien's trick still works. The satellites took the bait, and we have a safe transport window.
Right. Bring us into transporter range.
We're in position. I recommend we bring some pattern enhancers along. Local interference can make it tough to get a lock on, and we might have to leave in a hurry.
Agreed.
All right. The doctor and I are ready to beam down when you are. Though I can't say I'm thrilled to see that moon again.
Right. 7 to beam down.
Ah, the wreckage of the Yangtze Jiang. Or what's left of her, rather. Looks like the locals have scavenged everything of value from the old girl. Unlike her, they can never die thanks to the nanotech inside of them.
Until we provide the cure.
Right. The last time we were here, the prisoners were eager to be cured, if only to get the chance to kill their rivals off for good. I'm hoping that Opaka has shown them a better path in the time she's been here among them.
Well, let's find out.
We're not alone. Herc life signs dead ahead. This is interesting. I just ran a medical scan on these Herc. They're not regenerating. There's no sign of the alien nanites in their bodies. Something in the Herc genetic makeup isn't compatible with the nanites. I suspect it only works on humans.
That's good to know.
We're here to help. Keep fighting!
I think you'll find that she'll be in good health within moments. The healing nanites are quite effective. In fact, they seem to have become more efficient than they were last time I was here.
Amazing. That was a mortal wound.
You can relax. I'm fine now. Really.
You made it. Good. The Kai's been expecting you.
She has?
Yes. She's had a vision about you coming here. Come with us. We'll take you to her. Unless you'd rather stand around here until more of those things show up.
That won't be necessary. Lead on.
The Kai's waiting for you, in the temple ahead.
Welcome. It's been some time since we've had peaceful visitors. And Kai Kira, it's been too long. Truly, the prophets have smiled upon us today.
Indeed they have. We have brought the cure. You'll be able to live a normal life away from here. You'll be free.
And we have something to bring with us. A miracle.
Is that?
Yes. A blessing from the prophets. The Orb of Peace. Through it, we ended the war between Ennis and Noel Ennis. As you can see, our peace has been shattered by the arrival of the hostile aliens. We have tried to speak with them, to find reason, but we have failed. We don't even know their name.
They're called Herc, and there's no reasoning with them. They attack and devastate every world, every species they encounter. We need to get you and your people out of here as soon as possible.
I see. We must take the orb with us as well. I can't have it falling into the hands of such a warlike species. It would be like the occupation all over again.
That's not going to happen. I won't allow it, and neither will my friends. We can administer the cure to everyone in groups. With your permission, we'll start right away.
Very well. Begin the procedure. I'm sure many of us are eager to leave this place and begin a new life together.
Understood. That is not the actress's voice. That is okay.
Some time ago, I asked Bashir for this cure. I wanted to use the cure as a weapon and kill the enemy. I couldn't put the war with the Knoll behind me. I hated him for denying my chance for vengeance. Now, that's changed, thanks to the Kai. I found a better path. I just want to lead a simple, natural life.
You can now. Make the most of it.
After all this time, to live a normal life, it's like waking up from a really bad dream. I can think about having a family again. An actual family. I don't know what else to say except thank you.
You're welcome.
The cure, huh? Well, this cure had better work, friend. Or we won't be friends no more. Get me.
We're all on the same side here.
Then it's true what the Kai saw in her dreams. Those visions. The prophets sent us the orb, and now they sent you with our deliverance from this horrible place. Truly, the prophets smile upon us all.
Let's hope that good fortune continues.
Is this for real? This cure? They talked about it a little after the Kai arrived, but I thought it was a myth. Never thought it was actually real. So, I can die now. Funny, I never thought I would. And now that I can, I'm a little scared. Is that strange?
Not really. Most people are.
When they put me here, all I knew was war. I don't remember why it started, just that there was us and the Ennis, and the Ennis had to die. Even when the Kai came, I didn't believe. But when they found the orb, and people stopped killing, things changed for me. Guess there's something to faith after all. Anyway, thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
Looks like you're down to 1 dose of the cure. Use that to inoculate the Kai or Parker, that is. I'll administer the cure to the rest here.
Acknowledged, Doctor. Hey, magic rocks. Magic rocks everywhere.
You have my thanks for all you have done for us today. May the blessings of the prophets be yours.
And yours, Eminence.
Those things are attacking! Defend yourselves!
Colin's down! Medic! Someone help him!
I'm afraid he's dead. There's nothing you can do for him.
I see.
Though we will mourn the loss of our friend Colin, we can take comfort knowing that, at long last, he was able to leave this place for a better one. He is finally at peace, and his path will join the prophets in the Celestial Temple.
My condolences, Eminence. Right. Clear a transport window for us. What's the new evac plan? Understood. Keep me updated.
The doctor and I will stay with Opaka and her people in case the Herc make another attack here. Once you've cleared the way to the transport site, we'll join up with you there.
Acknowledge. Good luck, Eminence. I kind of want to check something. I've actually never searched this room back here, and I just realized it's searchable. And a random door to nothing. Yep, Random door to nothing. Magic rocks. Magic flooring.
Everyone made it out in one piece. Set up the pattern enhancer so we can beam out safely. There's no telling when the Herc will send reinforcements down.
Indeed. I haven't done the math here. How many do we have to beam up? I have my original 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, Yasmin, 9 to beam up. Are we still attempting to hack these satellites? Make it happen, quickly. Make it happen.
Let's move the ship behind the satellites and lure the Herc in. Just in time. Here they come. Fell down, went boom. Looks like the Herc have had enough for now. Let's get the rest of Opaka's people out of the colony while we can. The Herc might send a larger force to finish us off.
Agreed. Transporter control. Energize.
I'm glad I was able to administer the cure to the remaining prisoners while you were clearing a path to the transport site. Everyone is safely aboard and mortal for the first time in many years. I've never seen so many people overjoyed to learn that eventually they'll die.
Indeed.
Thank you, Julian. It means a lot to me to have everyone out safely, especially Opaka. We have a lot to talk about, her and I. For now, I think we should return to Deep Space Nine before the Herc come back to settle the score.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine.
Emissary, our paths meet again.
Hello, Ben. It's good to hear from you.
So it's funny you think of Kira.
I'm glad we were able to return Opaka to Bajor safely. She's determined to follow the will of the prophets and establish a new place of worship in the Gamma Quadrant near the wormhole. Odo assures me that the Dominion are open to discussing this. We'll see. Many of us have not forgotten the fate of the new Bajor colony and the Dominion's role in that. As for me, my time as Kai is coming to an end. Opaka is the Kai that Bajor needs now. I intend to guard the Celestial Temple from the Herc and anyone else who would destroy the home of the Prophets. Best place to do that is Deep Space Nine, as part of Starfleet. I'll be Captain Kira the next time you see me. Thank you again for helping me bring Opaka home. I owe you one.
None of this really matters. So it's funny to think of Kira as
the Dominion has asked the
I'll talk to you in a moment, Garrick. As being the Opaka in this, because in lower decks she's still in the military in Bajor. So and that's 2381. So depending on what happens. In me doing math in my head, in the 29 years, 30 years, or 29 years-ish since Lower Decks, I guess she could become Opaka. I'm just gonna finish that so I can get it from flashing in my face. Alright, Garrick, let's see what you had to say.
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into the outer reaches of their territory. The Herc aren't as numerous there, and we're hoping we can learn more about them while we render aid to the Dominion in that sector. Ambassador Odo will be accompanying us on his flagship, along with Captain Kira aboard the Defiant. I'll be commanding a modest Cardassian fleet as well. We'll start in the Dosi system. Our latest intelligence has discovered a Herc presence in that area. Meet us there at your earliest convenience.
There's only one item to get here.
Be seeing you.
And I will say, as a shameless self-plug, if you are watching and you do like what you see, feel free to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I stream again and if I post a video. I do appreciate those who are watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we can't even defend our stations from Herc attacks. It's going to take a joint Alliance and Dominion effort to stop them. We are currently at the edge of the Dosi system. Thankfully, the Herc aren't attacking the Dosi homeworld yet. They're starting to evacuate as a precaution, however.
Who are the Dosi?
The Dosi recently joined the Dominion after many years of independence. Their aggressive fondness for commerce can be troublesome, but they've managed to prove their worth to the Founders. Work on this planet was a joint project with the Karemans, and the Dominion built a station here to provide oversight.
Understood.
All ships, target the Herc and fire at will.
Victory is mine!
I can see you're a handy person to have around. And while I'd like to put this system far behind us, I believe we should find out what we can about the Herc and their reasons for being here. While we still can, of course. The Herc may decide to send more ships here.
Very well, Counselor.
This planet appears to have been abandoned some time ago. No life signs detected. Sensors indicate an extensive network of defunct mines. I'm reading residual levels of dilithium, topoline, chemosite, and several components used in the production of Ketracel White. How curious. Of what use would this world be to the Herc? It's clearly of no value to the Dominion. Wait. I'm reading more Herc inbound.
Battle stations?
They're going for the station. What are they after? We should scan the station once we're done with transport hub, not exceptionally old. No life signs on sensors. It looks abandoned. I'm picking up trace levels of mineral resources in several storage areas, but there's nothing of note here, unless the Herc are driven solely to consume an assortment of minerals. This is a very interesting place, in that it's completely uninteresting to everyone but the Herc.
I don't think the answers we're looking for are here.
Don't go to warp just yet. We're picking up a distress signal over here. You should take a look.
I'll check.
Looks like it's a Ferengi signal of uncertain origin coming from the Karema system. I seem to recall Quark mentioning some business with the Karemans recently. This can't be a coincidence. We should look into this. Quark might have bitten off more than he can chew again.
Is that really a good use of our time? The Karemans are very resourceful. They design a considerable number of weapons and defense systems for the Dominion. I'm confident they can deal with the Herc on their own. As for Quark, he's quite capable of getting himself out of trouble. Trouble, I might add, that he had no business getting into in the first place.
I must say, Ambassador, I'm shocked. I know Quark's a gambler, but I never realized you were as well. Karema is a part of the Dominion, and an important one at that. Is losing their tactical and technological resources to the Herc wise?
Very well. Since I can see there's no talking you out of this, I'll accompany you to Karema. We're ready to go warp when you are. Let's get this over with.
Engage. And I'm dead.
Where did all these ships come from?
And here we are, the Karema system. Let's find out what Quark needs, deal with it, and move on.
What's going on here?
Far be it for me to question the word of a founder, but that is a very large Dominion fleet I'm reading on sensors. I only mention it because we were led to believe Odo's fleet was the last. I trust there's a reasonable explanation for this miscommunication.
Garrick, the Dominion flagship is hailing us.
Your presence is not required here. Explain yourself.
I would ask you the same question.
What you could do and should do are separate matters, Solid. You would be wise to learn the difference. Karema is part of the Dominion. We are here to assist them, if they wish it.
You have more fleets than Odo reported.
Odo commands an expeditionary fleet. It is his to use in a mission to seek and destroy the Herc as he sees fit. My fleet is a defense fleet. It seems the distinction was not made clear to you. How unfortunate.
Why must the Karemans ask for aid?
The Karemans are proud. If they wish to stand alone and deal with the Herc, we will certainly accommodate them. Should they decide to ask for aid, we will gladly assist them. The point may soon be moot, however. Karemans are known for their potent weapons and defense systems.
We wish to assist the Karemans.
I will take responsibility for their actions in Kareman space. One of our operatives requires immediate extraction.
You're quite persistent, aren't you? Very well. In the spirit of our newfound pact with the Alliance, I will allow you to proceed, albeit at your own risk. Exercise caution, Odo. It would be tragic for you to come so far, only to end it all here over Karema.
Indeed.
It seems we're not getting the whole story here.
So, business as usual.
Exactly, Captain.
Keep trying.
My sensors are showing a broad band of interference in the area. It's jamming the standard Karemin hailing frequencies. Might I suggest giving them a new, more secure frequency to use for communications?
We'll send them a new frequency.
Hello? Can you hear me? We need help, and fast! Most of our planetary defense lines are in danger of being overrun by the Herc. We tried to evacuate, but the Jem'Hadar fleet opened fire on our ships when they broke orbit. We're trapped!
The Jem'Hadar fired upon you? Odo, your thoughts?
Combat is notoriously chaotic. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that. One best pursued after we find Quark and help the Karemans.
We'll play your way for now.
I wonder. Ah, yes. We should try to find Quark soon. It's quite possible he's the only Ferengi on the planet. A deep-range sensor scan should locate him.
We'll scan for Quark. Can we hail them?
Finally. I was beginning to wonder if anyone would come. Took you long enough. Is Garrick with you? Tell him. I found the package, so he better get here fast if he wants to go in peace. Running out of time here. The Herc are closing in. Get me now! Or Odo's right wrong whiz will finally come down.
We're coming, Quark.
We need to get Quark out quickly before he has an encounter with the Herc of the fatal variety. Let's go down together while Captain Kira and the Ambassador cover our ships in orbit. We'll have to beam down outside of Quark's location. I suggest bringing some pattern enhancers along. We may need them to beam out once we find him.
I'm ready. 5 to beam down. Some time for it to load up.
We're about as close to Quark's last known location as we can get with transporters. I'm afraid we'll have to make the rest of the journey the old-fashioned way. Shall we?
Let's go, Counselor.
Quark's life sign is near here. Let's try to find a way in. Interesting. The metal in the walls here completely scatters my sensors. Ah, more. Seems we're in the right place. My tricorder shows a Ferengi life sign beyond that rather secure door. Unfortunately, the Karemin security system is beyond me. Given time, I could crack it, but we're running low on that commodity. There are a number of Karemin life signs nearby, however. One of them might be able to help us reach Quark.
Understood. I really might move, take my engineer out and move to a, another tack. Just because, Chains of Grethar is just really good.
Am I glad to see you? Thought for sure we'd be safe from those things down here. Caves do a number on sensors and transporters, but that didn't slow them down much. Filthy creatures. If you don't mind my asking, why are you here? You're not with Karemen Defense. Are you mercenaries? Private security?
No, we're looking for Ferengi.
That'd be Quark, then. Only Ferengi around here that I know of, anyway. He's in a secure vault, not far from here, with another VIP. Look, I owe you my life, but I don't have the code to get to Quark. There are others nearby. One of them should have it. Help them, and I'll make sure they open the door for you. I swear it.
Very well.
The door's right there. I'll stay here while you save everyone.
Eaten by one of those things. Can't say I like that idea much, so, thanks, whoever you are. You're not police, military, or Kremen military anyway. What brought you down here to the middle of hell?
We're looking for a Ferengi?
Oh, him. Think I saw my brother and some of his men hustle the little grifter into a vault. The monsters got in here. Good luck getting him out of there. Wait, that was rude. You just saved my life. Let me return the favor. One of my brother's people should be able to open the door for you. Find them, and you're all set.
Got it.
The other Dominion ships just left the system. We're on our own.
Perhaps waiting here would be best. The outer world is still a mess. Thanks for the timely rescue. I, don't suppose you'd be willing to turn a blind eye to all the contraband you've seen down here? It'd save me the trouble of shooting you later.
Excuse me?
Kidding. I was kidding. You know, humor. Do they have that on your planet? Anyway, you're, clearly not Karemen police, so what brings you down here?
We're looking for a Ferengi named Quark.
Oh, Quark, yeah, I know him. Little guy, big ears, flashy dresser. I hear he owns a moon. And we locked him up in a secure room when the shooting started. Big spender like that should be kept safe. Tell you what, help us out with all these nerks, gurks, I mean, whatever you call them. Help us, and I'll help you. Deal?
We've helped everyone else. Let's go get Quark.
All right, I'll wait for you here. Try not to die, okay? we all are, alive and kicking. Wonderful. We had a deal, and I'm not about to back out on it, especially since you're all so well-armed and cranky. Not the kind of people I want to cross. Yeah, that can't be good. Door's open. You'd better get a move on. Your pal sounds a little stressed.
Let's move. I missed the Quark scream. There we go.
It's good to see you too, Quark. I see your mission was a successful one as well.
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Kremen tech. They found it a few days before I got here. I haven't had a lot of time to analyze it, thanks to the Herc.
I see. Thank you, Quark. This narrows things down considerably.
It does. Good. That makes it more valuable.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
Not the liberators I was expecting, but thank you nonetheless. I'm First Minister Bakelba. Our situation has gone from bad to worse, and we have the Dominion to thank for it.
In what way?
Those of us on the edge of the Dominion were abandoned when the invasion began. In light of that, we voted to secede, to truly stand alone. The Dominion stood by while the Herc attacked us. We held off the invasion for a while, but their numbers are great. When we asked for aid, the Dominion refused. When we tried to evacuate, their fleet opened fire. They mean to punish us for our defiance.
That's unexpected. They need allies.
Well, First Minister, it looks like my distress call was heard. We're saved. Thank you. Looks like your reputation for getting things done is well deserved.
You're welcome.
And as for you, Garrick, you and I need to have a long discussion. Seems you forgot to mention that Karema was under a Dominion blockade and in the middle of a Herc invasion. Do Cardassians go senile? Oh, don't answer that. I don't want to know. What I do know is you're not paying me enough for this aggravation.
Calm down, Quark. You're safe now. Acknowledged. There's a shiny thing over here.
It would appear that the Herc burrowed this way to bypass the doors above. And unlike most burrowing creatures, the Herc actually ate their way through the ground.
Interesting.
The Herc are leaving. For now.
Good luck with the revolution, Minister. You'll need it. You'll be hearing from me soon, Garrick.
I'm looking forward to it.
You won't when you see my bill.
And now that we're past that unpleasantness, I think it's time we had a chat with Ambassador Odo, particularly about this technological wonder we've acquired.
What is it, exactly?
I have my suspicions, of course. Suffice it to say, I believe you'll find its purpose of great interest to all concerned parties. My main curiosity lies in what the ambassador will have to say about it. I propose we get to the bottom of this together.
Very well.
Excellent. I'll make all of the necessary arrangements and meet you aboard Odo's flagship.
5 to beam up.
What is this?
Stand down, all of you. To what do I owe this unexpected visit?
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion, Ambassador. We need to speak in person.
What are you up to, Garrick?
That's a very good question. What's this about exactly?
It's in regard to this device we found on Karema. Do you know what it is?
No idea. Some new Kareman military tech, perhaps?
Interesting. But no. The Karemans didn't make this. But it is a Dominion creation.
And its purpose?
I'm sure I have no idea, Ambassador. It does emit a signal, however. It's quite similar to that used by the Herc. Perhaps I should turn it on and show you?
There's no need for that.
I don't like where this is going, Garrick.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device on Bajor.
On Bajor? When?
Right after the recent Herc attack, I'm afraid. Captain, scan the device. You'll find the soil residue on it is of Bajoran origin.
It does. It's from the Kendra province. Well, that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have you defending me on this.
What?
Garrick's right. These devices called the Herc, and we put them there.
Explain. Now.
We needed the Alliance's help immediately. There wasn't time for summits or diplomacy. So I found a high-value target and led the Herc to it. I also took steps to make sure their attack would fail. Bajor was never at risk. You have to understand that.
You put my entire planet at risk. People died, Odo.
Nerys!
Save it. I've heard enough.
Please continue, Odo. You were saying?
I did what I needed to do to bring the Alliance into the war. I lied. Risked the lives of millions to save billions more. But there's more to this than a staged Herc attack. The other founders are hiding things from me. If I challenge them now, I'll have no chance to find out what. So, for now, I have to play the part.
Well, you're doing a great job of that, Odo. Or should I say, founder?
Trust me when I say I understand your position, Odo. The captain, on the other hand...
I know. I have a strong lead, but I'll need your help to move on it.
You know how to reach me. It seems you are a gambler, Odo, and a high-stakes one at that.
You have no idea.
It is not my place to question the will of the Founders. Your mind, however, is your own. Do with it as you will, but be warned. The Founders do not appreciate betrayal. If the Alliance withdraws from their pact with the Dominion, the consequences could be severe.
For everyone involved, remember that.
I need you to understand that Bajor was never at risk. We took precautions. I made sure that my fleet was in position to neutralize the Herc in time.
And Karema?
Karema was not my decision. Do you honestly think I'd take part in a plot to bring allies to our side? and then move to wipe out another group of allies? As I said to Garrick, there is more to this than we know. I'm going to find out what and why. I hope you're inclined to join me when the time comes.
We'll see. There's a lot to consider.
I'm surprised to see you here, Wei-Yun. Aren't you usually at your founder's side, hanging on her every word?
Excuse me?
It is a message from said founder that brings me here now. She would remind you of your purpose, to serve the Dominion as a whole.
How kind of you to deliver the message in person. Thank you for your service. As for my service, the ambassador shares his wisdom and guidance with me. Truly, he is a most benevolent god. Why should I not serve him? He is a founder, after all.
Hello?
Serve the founders, yes, but also serve them well. Do recall the fate of your predecessor. She thought she served the founders well, quite possibly to the moment her unfortunate life came to its conclusion. As we both know, she was greatly mistaken.
The same could be said for your predecessor as well, dear Wei-Yun. Have you forgotten his sins? I know the founders haven't.
Hey!
This is a private conversation. Unless you're here on a matter of the utmost importance, I suggest you find someone else to speak with. Somewhere else.
Apologies.
Quite the revelation, don't you think? It will be interesting to see how the powers that be respond to all this. For now, I think it's best to keep this in the purview of the diplomats. Let's return to our ships. There'll be more time to speak about this matter later.
Indeed. Five to beam over.
Visits to the Dominion are always so enlightening, don't you think? I suspect we've just begun to discover what the Founders are playing at here, and that concerns me greatly. After today, the wrath of Captain Kira may be the least of Odo's concerns. I do feel we need to continue working with him, however. It may be the only way we learn the true intentions of the Dominion. With that in mind, I'll contact you when we're ready to move forward with his plan. Be seeing you. Odo's found something intriguing in the Masan system. Something the Founders want no one to know about, even one of their own. That certainly piques my curiosity. I'll meet you in the Masan system. Odo wants to travel incognito this time. I trust you'll be able to deliver him and that surly Jem'Hadar bodyguard of his to the Masan system intact. One more thing. I've taken the liberty of informing Captain Kira, and she'll be joining us as well. After the Karema incident, she's taken a personal interest in high-level Dominion activity, particularly where Ambassador Odo is involved. Be seeing you.
Alright. So I think with that, I'm going to call it an end for right now. If you have been watching, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again or if I post a video. Thank you again, and hope you have a good day.